ever a time you consider yourself shy?
Oh, I am shy when I'm around really hot guys.
How would you describe your personal style?
Cute and fun.
All right, and moving into fashion, you wore an amazing dress on this year's Oscars red carpet. What was the significance behind it?
My father said one day I would be able to go to a really amazing event like that. And when I do, I need to represent his people. So he's from Eritrea, so I wore a princess dress from Eritrea.
You look beautiful in it.
Thank you.
Now, what's the most treasured item in your wardrobe?
Cheers.
My unicorn onesie.
When's the next time you're going to be wearing that?
As soon as I get home.
Heels or flats?
Flats.
What is your best quality?
My honesty.
What is your worst quality?
My honesty.
Is it true you speak Japanese?
This interview with Tiffany Haddish right now, hilarious. Okay. What up, Isaiah? Hey, I am drinking my green juice of the day. Does anybody drink green juices on a regular? I try to drink it every day. I tend to at least get every other day. Listen, I'm not perfect. It takes time to actually make these, okay? All right, so today I got a box. So let's unbox. Let's see what I got from Amazon. Let me move this out the way before I spill it. And then I got green everywhere. All right. Hopefully you can hear me. I have my lovely AC unit on right now. This is the poor folks AC unit, and that is me. All right, so let's open what I got today. And then we're going to talk about the question that I got that I thought was a good question. Because I never got this question before. I get a lot of, what are you reading? What's your book list of 2019? Which I do have that list if you want. But the question I got, I thought it was pretty dope. I was like, look at her asking questions. Da, 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 da. Of course, I got books. I mean, what else do I buy? Nothing else. And they were on sale. I think this book was like $2. All right, here we go. You do need a prize, Isaiah. All right, so I actually read this book, I think last year, and sometimes I think maybe it was at the beginning of this year, because I didn't read it. It was on Audible, and I don't like Audible. So I decided that this book and Trevor Noah's book that I listened to on Audible, I was like, I am going to buy them, because I like physical copies, and I really like this book. So I was like, let me buy it. But it was fun listening to it on Audible, because Jennifer Lewis's voice, she is amazing. Is it Hassani? I don't know how to say your name. It's for women here. I do speak to women specifically, but hey, if you want to watch, you are welcome, sweetheart. Okay. All right. And the other book I got was Surviving the Narcissist, The Path Forward. My friend Hannah actually suggested this book to me because I definitely dated a narcissist. So she suggested this book, so this is what I got. So the question that I got that I'm going to answer for you here, I thought was really good. I got asked by one of the girls in my Singleness is Not a Punishment workshop, was I heard you say before that in 2017, before 2017, which is the year that I say I really started getting into reading, she said, I heard that you say that you weren't really a reader before that, so why did you start? And what is the common thread of all of these autobiographies that you are reading? And I was like, wow, such a good freaking question. Hold on, I'm trying to, why can't I see the, okay, this is weird. My Facebook is acting up. Oh, because I can't, it won't let me see the comments, even though it says you have a new comment. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is why I read. What's up, Nina? This is why I read, because back in 2017, when I had a come to Jesus moment with myself and Jesus, I had to figure out, and I'm going to show you some of the books that I loved learning from and stuff, but I had to figure out what the heck I was doing, where the heck my life was going, what I was doing. And so in order to do that, you have to read. You have to start reading. You have to figure out how other people figure out their lives. And so I wanted to do that so I could see how other people were doing it, especially other people that I admire and other people that I like. So one of the first books I read in 2017 was The Purpose-Driven Life, which was really good. But Gabrielle Union, the first autobiography I read in 2017 was Gabrielle Union's We're Gonna Need More Wine. And it was so good and refreshing to know. Look at this, my little freaking Puerto Vallarta. I went to Puerto Vallarta on my solo trip in Mexico, and I just found this again. Every time I open this book, I find my letter to myself. It says December 27, 2017. Baby girl, remember who you are from now on. Only people you want are allowed in your life. You did a solo trip. I'm so proud of you. That was a little note to myself. I love that. Oh, so cute. But I really loved Gabrielle Union's book because she's somebody I look up to, and it was like really interesting to read about her dealings in life, and then specifically her dealings with men. To know that Gabrielle Union has been in a lot of dysfunctional relationships. Of course, we look at her now and we're like, oh, relationship goals, right? Because she's with Dwayne Wade or whatever. But she went through a lot when it comes to guys, and she kind of has the same type of upbringing, and she kind of said the same thing, like, you know, she wishes her parents would have talked to her more about relationships and how to have healthy ones and stuff like that with men. And so this was such a good book to see, like, what's up, Beth? To see, like, wow, like, me and Gabrielle Union actually have something in common. Like, that was so cool. So that is what I liked from this book. And then after I tell you a couple of the books, I'll answer the question of the common thread that I got from a lot of these women that I read about, and men, because I'm reading Common's book right now too. Okay, so also Tiffany Haddish's book I read this year, and another theme that she had in this book is a couple of horrible relationships that she was in as well. And so I love that, because it's like, okay, so I'm really not the only one who made stupid decisions. And knowing that they climbed out of it, her, and also knowing that Gabrielle Union climbed out of it, really was like, oh, okay, so I can do this too, because I truly believe that loneliness is about lack of connection and like lack of a tribe. You feel like you're the only one going through something, so you're like super ashamed of it. You don't talk about it. You keep it a secret, and that can eat you up inside and honestly kill you. And so having a tribe and knowing that there are women out here who have been through the same thing as you and they overcame it is really good. So that's why I encourage the girls on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, in my Singleness is Not a Punishment workshop, any girl that I give advice, you need to start reading. Another book that I read this year is Michelle Obama's Becoming, of course, and I got to see her in February, or when it got rescheduled, I think it was March, at the Tacoma Dome, and her speaking. And one of the things that she did that is common to me is she didn't want to be a lawyer anymore. And so she kind of changed careers. And so, you know, I feel like I'm kind of in the midst of that, at least adding something onto my radio career with the life coaching. And so it was good to see, like, even Michelle Obama thought that she wanted to be this, got there, and was like, I don't want to be that no more. And I also love the fact that, yes, she is married, but she also said she wanted to be more than somebody's wife. She wanted to be more than somebody's mom. And so I really attach to women like that, because I love that. I think you are more than a mom. You are more than somebody's wife. And so I love that Michelle Obama set out to be that, even though she knew, okay, yeah, fine, I'm getting married. She was like, but I'm not going to be just his wife. And this was before he was even Barack Obama that we know him today, right? So the common thread that I have discovered in all of these autobiographies I'm reading, and there's so many more, I just don't want us to be 45 minutes on live running down the list of books that I've read since 2017. But the common thread is that every single one of these people had trials and tribulations. It is not, trials and tribulations are not only for the unsuccessful, the not rich. Trials and tribulations happen to everybody. But the thing that Tiffany Haddish did, the thing that Gabrielle Union did, the thing that Michelle Obama did, was they never gave up. They didn't maybe necessarily know where they were going, but they never gave up. They kept going one day at a time. And so I think that's good for me to see. And honestly, one of my favorite books that I saw it in of this year was when I read the book by Phil Knight about his creation of Nike. And while I was reading the book, in the book, you're like, yo, does Nike make it? Because there was a lot of trials and tribulations, but you know it does, right? Because obviously we're in 2019 and I have Nikes. I was wearing my Jordans yesterday. So you're like, I know it makes it, but in this book, it sounds like it doesn't make it. So it was good to like see his trials and tribulations, and he didn't give up. And I will tell you this, he had no idea what he was creating. He just knew, I just want to create shoes that people like. But he wasn't like, one day it's going to be this thing called Nike. It wasn't even called Nike at first. So it was really cool to see that people who are successful had no idea what they were doing. They had no idea what they were doing at the ground floor. They just kept going, maybe failed a couple times, kept going one stair at a time. And so that is good to see, especially for me, to know, number one, I'm not alone and making stupid decisions when it comes to men. And number two, I'm not alone and not knowing what the hell I'm doing as I'm starting a business. Like, I literally learn something new every day about starting a business. And so that is refreshing to know that Phil Knight had no idea what he was creating when he started Nike. Again, it wasn't even called Nike. Such a good book to read, okay? So that is why I read. Oh, and then I had an Instagram question where she asked me, why do I have a lot of, like, she noticed that sometimes I'll picture, when I photograph books and put it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, she'll notice like a lot of sticky notes in it. And she was like, why do you do that? Is it like some type of reading system you have, or like what's going on? And I go, no. Like, I'll fold the pages back or something so I can go back and remember a quote. Because you know how we are, right? We'll forget something that we really liked, and you'll go, what was that one thing that I read in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? What was it? So I'll go back and see what I've highlighted and stuff. And it also helps me with advice, suggestions. I don't really like calling what I do advice, because it's not. It's helping you find the answers within yourself, because I truly believe that we have the answers within ourselves. We just need somebody to ask us the right questions. But anyway, I like to go back and give them the quote that I read that really helps me. And so that is why you may see me when I'm showing you a book that I'm reading, that a lot of the pages are turned back, or I have the Post-it notes and stuff. So if, Beth or someone asks me a question, I go, oh, I got a quote for that. Let me go find that quote. Because quotes are powerful. Metaphors are powerful. And so that's why I just keep a running list of stories, quotes, metaphors. And honestly, it's helping my memory, because I have a really bad memory. So books number 14 and 15 of this year, of 2019, are The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which has been a very, I'll say, difficult read for me, because it's very educational. And your girl was in Sylvan Learning Center when she was in junior high and high school. So it is a slow read for me. I think this is probably going to take me about another 3 to 4 weeks to finish. Now, this book is going to be fast. Autobiographies, for me, especially Tiffany Haddish's book, very fast. Because, it's really just their story and them telling you how they made it through whatever they made it through. And so with Common's book, I got this on my birthday. I started reading it about a week ago, and I'm like probably 25% through. So, so this is books 14 and 15 of 2019. So, so there you go. So that's why I read. That is the common thread that I'm finding in these autobiographies. So the moral of the story is, number one, whatever you want, you can have it. It is on the other side of all the shit you don't want to do. It's going to be hard, but once you get past the hard, it is there. So you got a goal, you plan it, time has to pass, and then you get it. So you're really following me, and your English is not so good. Good, thank you. Hopefully I'm not talking too fast for you, but good. I'm glad that you are understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth. So so that's why I read. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. For free for you, girl, on my website is free. My top 3 things you should know before dating. My top 3 things you should know before dating. If you want to sign up for that free newsletter, all you got to do is click the link here on Facebook, on Instagram. The link is in my bio, or you can just go to justmerika.com. So even if maybe you're not single, pass it on to one of your girls that you know is single and could use some dating advice and how she should be dating. Beth So Strong, institutional. Thank you. I like that. If you want the top 3 things you should know before dating, go ahead and head to my website. Again, justmerika.com. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a wonderful, what is today? Tuesday. Which, by the way, going to be changing my lives to Wednesday at 6 o'clock. I've been reading, Beth, I thought you meant inspirational, but I was like, we're going to run with institutional. Maybe she thinks I'm very smart. I don't know. What's up, guys? On Instagram. But, oh shoot, I flipped my Instagram. Here we go. But I think I was with you, Beth. I was with you, but very funny. So gonna be changing my lives on Instagram 6 o'clock Wednesday. So next week, Wednesday will be the new time. Been reading a lot about social media and what are the best times to do lives and stuff on social media. Again, starting a business, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. So I'm just reading all of these things and pieces of advice, which is kind of overwhelming, but making it work. So anyway, you know, single women, send them my way, send them to my Instagram, send them to my Facebook page. I got them. I coach women just like you, just like the single girl you know in your life, through the negative emotions of being single. I help them see that they are worthy regardless of their relationship status, because a lot of times women, there's a clock ticking, right? And if you don't make the goal that society thinks you should have, you think you're running behind and whatnot, and you think less worthy. But I want you to know that you are worthy regardless of your relationship status. So if you would like to read up more on my Singleness is Not a Punishment workshop, it's on my website as well, justmirika.com. The link here is on Facebook. The link is on Instagram. You can sign up to work one-on-one with me. The packaging and pricing is up on the website. So if you would like to know how much it would cost and what it means to work through the process, because I give you advice here on Facebook and Instagram a lot, but I know that I cannot change your life in 30 minutes. I can't. You need practical application, and sometimes you need a coach for that. Hello, I am a coach. You need somebody to hold you accountable. Hello, I am a coach. That is what I do in order for you to make changes in your life. So if you feel like you need somebody to guide you through working through the negative emotions of being single, I am your girl. What's up? Hey, girl, hey. So if you need help with that, I got you. Again, the pricing and packaging for my Singleness is Not a Punishment is on my website, justmirika.com. But for free, I will give you the top 3 things you should know before dating. So go sign up for that newsletter as well. You have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Bye.